All right, good morning, day 4. So I forgot to turn on the camera for a few moments, and all I did was remove this one 8mm. I put it back, but this is where the coolant expansion tank goes, reservoir, coolant reservoir. Pull it out simply so I can wash it, and we'll put it back later, but it should go like this with these cables up above. Could potentially put these cables down below here and make it a little bit cleaner, so we'll look at doing that later when we put the expansion tank back in, but no reason to, so we're going to leave it out for now. Everything's cleaned up here. Got a bundle of wire here that is for the sensors and horn. I actually don't have a horn installed, but might do that this time. Not there where I'm going to install it though. Let's see. Alright, well, today is the supercharger cover. Got a whole bunch of things to remove. I might do a little bit of vacuuming first, just to make sure there's no dust getting in once I remove it, and we'll get started. Okay, let's see what kind of heat torques we need for that. I'm gonna guess it's torques 30. And I'm wrong. It's not torques 30. No. Torques 40. Before we get to it, I'm going to need to move some of this stuff here because I hear there's 3 underneath there. Oh, that was dusty there. Let's get that. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to remove some stuff here first. I'm going to turn off the camera so I can go get my stool. Alright, before I remove this, there's 4 clips here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you bend them back to pull this cover up. And it's super dusty in there, so I'm going to get, so I need to wipe that down. And the vacuum it. like the wiring is routed. So let this cover first. Sharp, whatever that was. So if I move and bolt this, I can just shift the whole thing out of the way. So that way, got this one up here as well. Yep. So let's get that out of the way. Loosen everything first. And I'm going to draw a diagram on how to put it back. So let's get some cardboard. Be right back. Alright, this may look like an empty box, but it's not. Supercharger, black wiring, back, front. So I'm going to put those 4 bolts I take off right here like this. This is Torx 30, like I said. So much easier work than on the other Land Rovers, from what I can tell in the videos, since it's right, easy access. Long screws. This makes sure we don't have to worry about length as I take them out. Although they do kind of seem like the same size.
Jack got it, huh?
Yep.
I hope Jack's okay. He didn't go to work.
He said he was feeling better last night after I gave him some watermelon. Alright, so that came off. This is the bracket. So I have a little trim removal. See if I can move that box so you can see better. A bit of a trim removal here. This bracket. Well, because I didn't need to do that since just clips the hose on. So these two held that black, those outside two held it to the top of the supercharger. And that's what it looks like. So I'll go ahead and put this right here. Alright, just like that. And then I'll use the other panels of this box for similar storage and management. As you can see, the screw lengths are different. I was wrong. So that's why this is important. Okay, now that's out of the way, and that was so simple compared to other cars. It's going to really make things a lot easier. Again, like I said, there's the wiring harness. It's out of the way. Oh, there's one more bracket here. I want to remove this bracket. This bracket is held on by, looks like 8mm. 8mm. Here's my 8mm. Okay, left it over here. Yep. Okay. So I want to remove this 8mm. This is a bracket that's holding the engine cover piece. This is a good time to make sure your sockets are secure so they don't drop into the abyss down there. Alright. Oh! I still slipped. Alright. That came off. 2 screws. And I'm going to put that. Alright, there you go. First I'll clean these off before I put them on. Should have cleaned them off. Now I've been cleaning everything else beforehand, but I'll do that later. Alrighty, so those are exposed. I might want to remove this. That looks like a simple socket there. Now it looks like I need to remove the fuel rails. Fuel rails there. And it's also a good time to check the manual. This should be disconnected. Why is this not disconnected? Let's see what's on the other side. Looks like air breather. Ah, this is a vacuum. Goes down to my vacuum pump. This is an air vacuum. So we can disconnect this here. So this is going to be in the way. Ooh, there's still his vacuum in there. Okay, so that's disconnected. In case you didn't see, air vacuum right here. Yeah. Put a baggie over that. One thing about these baggies, it makes it easier to see what's not connected. Just put that out of the way for now. Alright, so that should be able to get out of the way. We're going to move that, the fuel line. We'll disconnect the fuel. And then I'm going to remove that. Let's see what that is. I need a deep socket. So instead, I'm going to see if I can do it with a wrench. Yep. This is, of course, just for the engine cover. Yeah, throw it in that box. Alrighty. I got my box with all the supercharged stuff. Okay, fuel lines. Let's at least remove the axis on top here. So we got 1, 2, 3. Okay. Socket with an extension. Okay, so here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Other side. It's 4. That looks like it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 across the top. So go back to the box. So the back, only just the back, front, fuel line. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, need my screwdriver. Pick. Pick first. Okay, we'll keep sticking on this. Okay, and then on top of that, to be lazy, put my tools back. Where's that wrench? I have to constantly put my tools back or I'll never find them again. Put it down. It's garbage. Okay, where do I put you? Make you go to the, oh there it is. All the way back to the table. Easy. Okay, remember, put the bolt in as I take them out. By the way, I'm not a mechanic. All right. So, the only thing left is to remove that and that. Let's see what size wrench we need for that. Let's see if the 15 fits. Nope. Let's see if the 17 fits. Yes. Alright. I think we need a towel for this. This is gas that's going to come out, so not a new towel, but pretty new. That was easy. Too easy. Way too easy. You know what? Probably should see if I can pop it off. Yeah. See a little bit of liquid coming out, not much. Yeah, not much. I'm gonna get another towel just in case this side has more. Ooh, so it's gonna be a little bit harder to get a towel underneath. Get the towel. Okay, that was pretty easy as well. Definitely see more fuel out of this one. Let that pressure relieve. Meantime, this is what this box is expanded to. So that's the fuel lines, the back of the engine, front of the engine. It's that bracket you saw earlier, and then the two on top. So looking pretty good. Okay, let's see how we get this fuel line out. Why can't I just lift up? Probably because I didn't loosen that enough. Okay, that should be free now. Alrighty, so that comes up there. This comes up. Alrighty, that was easy. There's the fuel line. Goes across the top. Compression fitting, so I don't think there's a gasket. Didn't want to do that. I want to scratch this. Ooh, nice smell of fuel. So yeah, you don't want to dig that up for sure. Let's put some down here to protect it. Where's my box? Yeah, this is probably totally unnecessary, but this will protect the tip. I don't plan on dropping anything like that. Knock on wood. But at least this will help protect it a little bit. And of course I'll keep it from getting in. Alrighty. Go in the box. I think that box is almost done. Fuel line stuff. Okay, this is gonna get in the way. Well, that's the actuator. That's pretty important. Okay, I think it's almost time to remove the throttle body, I think. Okay, let me check the order. I'll come right back. Alrighty, so we're gonna try to crack all the T40s holding the cover here. No, they're all pretty easy. Get this one. Nope. Let's keep going around. I got this one already. That's gonna need extension. Let's just give this a go. Okay, I guess start my diagram here. There are 21 of these things. This is a long one. Look at that. Remember how I boxed? You can use, should put that on the other side. Okay, 3 up front. This next one's the long one. By the way, this is a $60 electric wrench from Amazon. Worth every penny so far. I got an idea. I'm gonna gotta take out that bracket. Alright, let's get these 3 bolts first. 1, 2, third one. I've hit this one well enough. Keeps falling back into the hole. Okay, let's get that next. Let's hit this again. Nope, it's out. There we go. Okay, back to this side. Ah, 3 at a time is enough. This car's already on axis height too. This is crazy high. Okay, one left. And I gotta take a look at what bracket we gotta remove. By the way, people often ask me why I pop the hood. And I'm in the car still, I'm off-roading. It's because of the heat generated. Deteriorates all this plastic trim. This piece here is a new piece because I had to buy it. If you look on that side, it literally is crumbling apart at the very moment. Okay. Let me see the bracket here. Oh. Okay, looks like I'm guessing it's a 10 or 8. It's probably an 8. Feels like an 8. Nope. It's a 10. This is not a nut to drop. I have no idea where it's going if it drops. Okay, that didn't help. That was for this line. Yeah, the truth is, I might be better off not, you know what, let me put this back. That was totally unnecessary. That was unnecessary. Alright, I'm going to put this back and then we'll come back in a few moments.
Dad?
Yep,
What are you doing?
I'm working on my car.
Oh,
You ready for school? Okay.
no, we're gonna share the cheese out.
Sorry,
Why?
because you said Friday.
No! I don't want to, Dad. I don't want to. Wait, you're standing on my chair.
This is
이거
school. Okay. Oh, my back.
수고해 나나.
No, the best. Alright. Alright, so I had to take a little break there, bring my daughter to school. And now I'm back. So what I discovered was easier just to lift this out of the way. The trim tool. And just leave that bracket because that bracket goes all the way across. So I'm just gonna lift this up, and yeah, that sort of gives us access. Not the best access. But enough. Hold this. There we go. Nice. Oh, then that completes the box. That's what we got. All right. Okay. Now technically, should be able to pop up now. Didn't see really where to pry it, so one thing that I have in mind about using this. No, that's not it. Can this be used? No. Okay. Oh, I see. I see where to pry. Right there is the spot to pry. Let's give that a try instead. We'll pry it gently. This should do it. Give this a gentle one. What else can you pry? That's another spot. There. What, this thing's in the way. I think I need to get this out of the way first. So once I gotta move that, then that. Okay, let's remove that. Too big. holding this Y pipe. These look to be the same, but let me position it same as before, and I think this is ready to come out. There's going to be fluid coming out, I'm pretty sure, so let me put this down and get a towel ready. Oh, good. This is getting replaced. So the metal one. So I'm gonna put this aside for now. So that means I have access to that mounting bracket, and that looks like it's like be a 10. Yep. Except I'm going to use this. Harder to pull. I'm going to switch to the manual wrench. Don't know why there's so much torque on that. No, this is normal. I'm going to keep that on there. So I can draw my diagram. That's the snout. There's two bolts next to each other. And then I'm also going to, the two bolts I just took off. Where did those two come from? Dang it. That was the one holding. Let's put this two in first. before that, there were two. Oh, there's two little. These two. Wide pipe. Just to for the wide pipe. Look around all these bolts. Alright, so these two are the wide pipe. Alrighty. The wide pipe, well, it's not really a Y. I'll call it the horn pipe. I'm going to call it the horn pipe. Change the horn. Okay, and that's out of the way. See that moves the actuator, which I have no idea how to disconnect. Okay, just to show, I'm gonna have to move the camera here. This thing goes on the bottom. Okay, so we gotta make sure it's positioned in the bottom later. In the meantime, I'm gonna see how to remove that. Let me just pull it out. A very specific angle that pulls out. I'm gonna not mess with it for now. Maybe I'll get a stool to get closer to it. There's a specific angle. Pull it out. It's actually somewhere around here. Ah. You point that thing to 6 o'clock and this thing vertical, and then it pulls out. This is a hose-based actuator. Pop this sucker off now. Oh, well, lo and behold, I have a leak there. I have a leak. Very interesting. Let me get my trim tool out. First time I found a issue so far. First issue. So this hose, I was pulling on it. I didn't pull very hard. And look at that. That is deteriorated. That has had to have been leaking. Luckily, this hose, I'm going to replace both of these. I have some extra hose. Man, look at that. That is deteriorated. So this has got to be replaced. Huh. Look at that. You blow in and that thing moved up. So at least it's working. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, it's gonna get washed. Yeah, so this is, the inside mechanism seems fine. Yep. It's just the deterioration of this is terrible. Yeah, I got the box. Yeah. What is this connector here? Looks like another breather hose. This thing is going to get changed today after I take out the snout. Ah! Oh no, that's not it. Okay, so there and there are the only places I see for this. To break the seal like that, and then this side. Now, get a bigger one. Don't really need the bigger one for more leverage. I want it because it's a little bit thicker. Maybe the leverage will help too. You know what? I want to stick something down that before I drop something in there. Pretty sure that's just the wide pipe, but that's gonna still fall in. Okay, I gotta peel this cover off. Let's see the gasket. See all the crud in there that caused that. Okay, that should help. Okay, I'm gonna go check the manual. Be back. Alright, I started trying to pry a little bit and it didn't come off, and I just realized I forgot 4 more bolts on top. So, that should make things a little bit easier. Good thing I didn't try to pry too hard. Gotta find my 10 mil. Alright. I missed those 4 on top. Silly me. I see some dust here, so I'm gonna suction that before I remove these bolts. Good thing I didn't pry very hard. Can't believe I waited this until now to get this. Okay, I'm not going to take those off yet because I need to draw a diagram. Alright, there's my diagram. Tearing all the bolts. Nice. Alright. Now this should pry off. Let's try this pry bar again. Oh. Ow, that was my shin. Great. That was easy though. That was easy. This is pretty heavy, so I don't want to pry that. Don't want to lift there. Let's see if we can. Something better. Definitely broken the seal. I'm going to put these handles back on. I'm using them as handles. Yeah. Well, on it. Alright, just to show here. It's kind of where we are right now. I did a oil in this cooler here. It's going to take a little bit to clean off. And of course, there's some sort of coolant draining through there. But I got to use some engine degreaser to clean that off. This because this is the old one and I don't think I'm ever going to use this again. I don't think anybody else will want, so I did. It's off now. Looks almost new though. Put in my junk pile. Looks like it's in pretty condition, but still better to use a new one. Alrighty, wow, that is dirty in there. Okay, I need a whole bunch of towels. Gonna get cowls to stick down there. That must be the gasket that I have that's inside the house. Well, that is dirty. Sorry, I was looking at that. That is pretty dirty. Alright. This is that flat. Seems to be pretty clean, so I think we're good there. Okie dokie. I'm going to do some cleaning. Alright, so I cut up a whole bunch of microfiber, cut them in half, so there's a teeny bit of lint that I had to move off, but they're still pretty dust free, lint free, and good for stuffing. Alrighty. Okay, stuffed. And my hands are dry. Okay, gotta figure out how to clean some of this stuff up. And then I'm gonna get to removing this throttle body, I believe. And then doing the rest of the turbo. Supercharger. Alright, so I'm out there degreasing a supercharger cooler with engine degreaser. So I've just sprayed it, and now I'm going to go try to wipe it down. And should have used a foaming one. There isn't much in this can. This really should be done with the parts cleaner solvent. Alright, so you saw some of the cleaning. I'm going to just keep doing that for a little while until it's clean. Hello, so I want to show something real quick. So I degreased that, hosed it off a couple times and wiped it down and this and that, and now I'm using a blower to dry it. So make sure it gets much of the water out so it doesn't stay on the fins. It's pretty good. I'll wipe it down. About as clean as I think it's going to get. Start a little bit with the water. One last time. Alright, it's pretty clean. As clean as I can get it. Let it dry in the sun. I put this cover on a box. Don't put it directly on the ground, for God's sake. Make sure you put it on something soft like cardboard. Oh. Let me get a dry one. Thanks. Still smells a little bit like oil. It's pretty clean. This is a foam pad, and can't tell from there. The cover has been detailed as well, degreased. Look at that shiny thing. Okay, I'm leaving the sun here to dry. Don't need water in there. Let's hit it one more time. One more time. Not more than a tablespoon. Coming out. Okay, looks good. Done. All right, took a break and we're back. We're gonna tackle the throttle body. Get the throttle body removed. It's gonna be a couple of, I think they're 230s, so it's probably too small. Okay, so once we remove the throttle body, there's another connector up here. And move the hose in a bit. Okay, throttle body. Let's see. I'm gonna use this box still. So I have a box here. I'm gonna write throttle body. Very unique bolts. It's kind of like a screw in a sleeve. See? Very strange. Let's see what else. That might be it. I have a new gasket that's going to go there, and I think I take this hose out. Take it out from there, I guess. Two hoses. Let me take a picture of this. Dirt coming off of this thing. Okay. Okay, need to take a little break. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back to remove this hose, and looks like I'm going to get some pliers for this. Pliers make sense. Oh, where are my pliers? This could work. I have a feeling I should replace this hose. You know what? Why isn't that looser? I loosened this already. Wait, why am I taking this one off? I don't need to take that one off. I don't need to take this one off. Silly me. By the way, I think this is a cooler line. Shoes off. There we go. Throttle body should be easy to clean. I'm not going to screw this back on tight since there's never a reason to remove this one. Give this a wipe down. This throttle body is operated by air, or maybe by electronics. I don't know what that air is for. Oh, it's just a tube that goes through. Anyway, I've got a new gasket that goes here, so we'll take that off later. Definitely needs some cleaning. This is my parts cleaner. Got a little bit of this parts cleaner left. That's it. I cleaned this once before, not too long ago, so it's actually not very dirty. Okay, it's good enough to put away. I'm not wearing gloves on both sides. I have no idea. Took off the gasket to clean the surface. That's where the gasket goes. That's the end of that parts cleaner. Okay. Let's get the gasket. Right here. This gasket is a LR 048165. 048165 came from FCP Euro. Thank you much, FCP Euro. Good looking gasket. There's two places to push in. They'll hold it in place there and there. So once I push those two spots in, it's going to hold in place. Gasket looks good. Throttle body looks good enough. Okay, so I'm going to put it away. Yeah, might as well use this bag. In the same bag as the all the nuts and bolts. That as well. Okay, now that the throttle body is out, ooh, I almost allowed some dust to get in there. Okay, heard there was a nut in there. I don't see it. There's no nut in here. That's weird. What I did here is I had to remove this to get to that. Oh. Okay, well let's work on getting this out. Doesn't look that bad anymore, but let's see. I think there are connectors in the back. So let's get this stool and take a look. By the way, I'm not going to clean that yet because I'm going to clean it when I take it out. It'll be easier then. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7. So remove this. That's a there's a simple fitting fastener there, and then I do see cables back here, so we're gonna have to disconnect some of this stuff back here. But we can wait until we certainly we can wait until we lift it. I'm gonna get a flashlight and then we'll come back and describe what it looks like. So looking back there, still looks like there's quite a bit of stuff, but start out with this fastener here. Just get out of the way. Goes to that. And that normally tucks in right there underneath. I see coolant line, I think. Whatever line's right behind here. And then a bracket held with a screw nut there. Looks the easiest to get with a little ratchet wrench. Looks like there's some hose that would go here, but I don't know what. There's no hose on there. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So, not this, but that. There's nothing connected to either of those, which is very strange, but that's the nut I think I need to come out. And that's the hose connector that needs to be pressed out. Alrighty, so let's get at the bolts. Okay, so that was pretty easy to remove here. This connector you can see right here. Squeeze the top and the bottom, and that you came right out. Oh, that's this hose here. Well, in that case, let's just get this out of the way. Goes underneath like that. I'm going to put this hose with the throttle body. This is a vacuum hose. Vacuum hose. That's why it's rigid. All right, let's see what else is back there. Couple of screws here on this thing. Yeah, let me feel it. So there's supposed to be 3 of these to remove. Move that bracket. So I see one there. I kind of felt one down below here. Might be time to get the endoscope out. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get the camera out. All right, check out the endoscope. All right, let's get it down there and take a look. All right. Let's just hold this by it. Hold this ourselves to look. Uh-huh. So T30. So it's on this side. That's the nut. That's another one there. T30 there. Okay. Well, let's remove it. It's attached to the back of the supercharger. Let's start with one at a time. Okay, so I swear that doesn't look like a teat. Doesn't look like a 10 millimeter. That there looks like an 8. Oh, I said I would use a wrench for that. Yeah.
I need a watermelon. Please.
Yeah, but I can't cut it for you, so Grandma will have to cut it for you.
Okay, let me see you.
Hi.
Well,
Yeah.
好吧，这里面是什么
It's the engine. You wanna see?
？Engine.
Here,
Yep.
come over here to see. You can look right here and see the engine. Watch your fingers.
Can I hold this?
Yeah, you can hold that. That's strong.
Well,
Yeah. You want to stay there for a second?
yeah.
Uh-oh, you took my stool.
This
I can't reach. the thing you're standing on. So I don't know if I can reach from this side. Can't reach, so I'll wait until you're done looking. What do you see?
I see this.
What's that? That's just the bag.
Yeah, it is a bag.
This is where the oil filter goes.
Oil filter goes
Yeah, oil filter.
是什么？
It's the oil that lubricates the engine.
爸，我们能不能给这个圆圆的东西拿掉开车？
我明天拿掉都不行了。
为什么呢？
If you take it off, you can't drive anymore. In
Why?
fact, I have to take it off to get to the stuff behind it.
这个为什么拿掉就不行了呀？
Because that drives the belts.
是什么？
It had all these belts.
是什么呢？
皮带
哦，
all the belts that went around the engine. If you take
爸
that
爸，
off,
爸爸，
from
你
the
为什
valve
么
axis-
这个那么大呢？
engine? That's what it needs to be big in order to drive.
哦
Okay, you better go inside. Okay?
，no。
Yeah, it's dirty out here. Look, you see a little puddle of oil there?
它的oil
Yeah, see, there's some oil there
Why?
because it dripped. I'll have to clean it up later.
There, what is stripped?
The oil dripped down there.
是什么
It's from the engine oil.
？Engine oil.
Yeah. Actually, no, that's power steering fluid.
This oil can we eat?
No,
Why?
poisonous.
Poisonous 是什么？
It's 毒的.
为什么？
Because it's for the engine, not for cooking.
那我们不能摸那个
No, you don't want to touch it.
Why?
You think I wash your hand?
Why?
I wear gloves sometimes when I touch that. It's not good for you. Okay? Don't touch anything, okay? Because it still has some dirty oil and some stuff. Okay?
What is this?
That is the transmission cooler.
What is this?
That is the water pump.
What is this?
That's the it's the snout for the supercharger. In fact, it's not supposed to do
你看
this.
这个卷的，它这个会 that can spin.
I know,
Yeah.
because that's the supercharger
Yeah.
turning inside.
这个里面会转的，如果你卷这个。
Yeah, if I turn this, the supercharger turns. But you see, this is bad.
Why
I
this
gotta
is
fix
bad?
it because it's loose like that. It's not supposed to be loose like this.
爸
That's
爸，
that's
我
right
去
here.
看看你的汽油还有没有。
Okay.
虽然你汽油还有吗？
Yeah, there's air in the tires.
嗯
What else? What else? Ask, quiz me. Anything.
，Christmas 是什么
Test me.
？What is this?
I already said this.
Yeah.
I said that's transmission cooler.
是什么
It cools the
What
transmission
is that?
fluid. Hood.
？Hood 是什么
It's the
？There's some sand in.
I know. I'm gonna take that off to clean it later. What
And
else?
there's some sand
Yeah,
over there.
I know. It's a little dirty there. What else? Throttle. And this is the supercharger.
What
Actually, the throttle body I just took off. Never
What
mind. It's
about
on throttle.
this?
Which one?
This.
That?
Yeah.
The wiper.
What is this?
That's the winch.
What is this?
That's the winch motor.
What is this?
That's the same thing. It's a
What
winch
is
motor.
this?
That's a wrench.
What is this?
Screwdriver.
What is this?
Wire cutter.
Wire cutter.
Yeah, careful. Give it to me. Don't touch. It's dirty.
What
else?
about this?
Hmm?
What about
That's the winch line.
What about this?
Which where?
There.
You're pointing at. You're pointing at stuff outside the car. I said quiz me on what's inside the car.
What is this? The red things.
The red thing. Oh, that's a switch for the winch.
I
Power
next to
switch.
this. Next to it.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the electrical cable that goes to the ECU, engine
What
control
is
unit.
this?
Which I don't know where you're pointing at.
What is this?
The center? It's a
Yeah.
windshield wiper.
What is this?
No, over here only. There's tons of stuff over there.
Tons of
Too much stuff. That's all the parts I took off.
Oh.
Any more questions about what's here?
Yeah.
What?
What is this?
This hose?
Yeah.
That is a coolant hose.
What is this?
Hey, I didn't finish yet. That's a coolant hose that goes
And what is
to
this?
the reservoir. That's part of the frame.
What is frame?
The main part of the car that holds everything together.
What is this?
What?
This.
It holds. There's a piece that goes above.
What pizza?
No, a piece of metal that goes all the way across. You just spit on me. Piece of metal that goes across
I can go
for the
now.
hood. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.
See you.
You.
That was fun. I hope you fast forwarded through that. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is 8mm. And I think I'm right. Alrighty. That was easy. So I'm going to draw the diagram for this.
Bye, Dad.
Bye.
好了。不过，爸爸是能吃西瓜。
Okay. 8mm nut. It's on the passenger side. Okay, the hard part is the T30. Why the heck did they put a T30 here? Where the heck is it? Ah, I feel it. I hope I can go from behind. Okay, let's give it a try. T30. T30. Let's try it with the wrench. Can't find the wrench. Can't find my socket wrench. Could put it. I think I might have found some tools. What was I doing with the 17mm here before? Why is there a 17mm? Why do I have a 17mm over there? Chest. Oh, I can't find it. Okay, let's see if this fits first. Hope I don't drop it. Okay, well it's in. And That should be decent length. I'm gonna go get another stool. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Got a slightly taller stool, I think. Hopefully one that won't slide away. Okay. Trying to get to this T30 here. Okay, so that's pretty easy to loosen. And I can feel I can turn it, so I'm just gonna do it from here so it doesn't fall off. Bracket seems pretty loose. I think there's only one more on the bottom passenger side. All right, that's a small T30. Strange, they went from an 8mm to a T30. Okay. Now, try to find that last one. I think it's should be somewhere around there. Oh, it's way too low. Try something a little different here. How's that look? Trying to remove this bracket here, loosen the two bolts on top, and there's one more holding it. Can't figure out where. of stuff back here. Imagine someone dealing with this on an even tighter engine. Okay, time to go look at some diagrams. So that was not easy. Let's see if the camera position is good. Alright, so got the camera looking at the T30 here on my endoscope. So I think I can get to it. Question is, can I reach the reach it when it starts coming out? More difficult than I thought. I think the answer is just to pull this thing out with it. Now I'm getting pissed. Who put this damn thing here? I'm touching it. Looks like I only got diagonal axis. Let's try through that hole. It's getting ridiculous. Now I know why they put the 8mm in, because they lost the damn nut. Let's see if I go through there. I'll never get my wrench back out. Just realize there's a hose in the way, but that should be movable. Directly below this one. What is this stuff here? I see all these pipes here. There it is. Big. Better way at this. Helps, but the angle's still bad. Well, I think the thing to do is pry this off and see if they'll give us the room. Alright, we're gonna give that a try. Okay, so I've given up on that bottom bolt. We're gonna try to pop this cover or the supercharger off and see if we can have better luck after lifting it off. So we're gonna have to go ahead and try to remove some bolts here. So right here, this is 10 millimeter, and looks like I need a longer extension. That should do it. All right, loosened up. We'll get ready to put those on a piece of cardboard. So 4 and 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. That's right. Super. Alrighty, got our box to put the bolts in. away. We're not going to use this anymore. It was not very helpful finding what we needed. One, two, oh, dirty. Push it up. Try to pull it up first. I think I can almost stand there and pull. So let's see if I can get this loose. Okay. cover the fuel lines. I should cover those fuel lines before I forget. Piece of black tape there. A piece of black tape here. Okay. I tugged at it. Didn't work. So let's see what we're doing. Okay. So switching to the GoPro Mini here. So earlier I couldn't get the cables, one of those connectors back there, so I finally gave up and said, okay, I'm going to try to climb in, pull this up and see if I can get it up. Couldn't. Finally ended up coming over here with this and just gently pulling up like that and just pop right off. So looks like this is almost ready to come off. Here's the problem though. I gotta figure out how to lift that thing up. And I'm thinking right now of lifting it up enough to get a box underneath. That's my thinking. But I don't know how realistic that is. Okay, that feels like I should lift it any higher. It should come out. But that's going to be hard. Okay. That's crazy, I just climbed into my engine. I haven't removed this yet, I don't know why. Do you remove this? Oh, looks like a push. Oh man, I put all my tools away. Ah, got it. I'm standing on the frame. So there's a couple more things to remove back here. I think it's easier. I can lift this up somehow. This bracket there is tough to reach. And then there's some more hoses. Fantastic. This is if I can remove this oil filter. This is where you need a hoist. even if somebody held it up, they'd have to be super strong. It's not a very good thing to do, but I think I can get behind there now. It's sitting on my oil filter, but I can definitely get to that now. Well, all right, I'm gonna try to put a few more boxes here. Help lift that up. That's good support. Now let's see. Looking on the electrical connector back here. Got that electrical connector. And back here. Might be able to keep that bracket on. Might just be electrical connector here. I don't see any more pipes back there either. Maybe it's just electrical connector. Maybe I didn't have to remove that. Let's try it from the other side. Just gonna move that wrench. Gonna do the T30. The electrical connector's not coming off. The T30 should be easy to remove. If I can find my T30. Strange, I thought there were some more hose connections back here, but must be a different turbo. I think it's a two-person job to put it back in. That there for now. Get this T30 put into the right spot. Okay, I didn't show me just lifting that thing off, but boy, let's take a look to see how this looks. Flashlight. Let's get the GoPro. Actually, looks pretty good. If you look in here, so I'm going to position my phone here so I can see what I'm recording. Look in here, pretty decent. It's dry there. Used to be wet when I had a coolant leak. Now it's dry, so that's nice. Quite a bit of dirt. Let's plug up those holes there, and then we'll continue. Alright, grabbing my stuff from earlier. Okay. Well, let's throw these gaskets away. They're no good. I want to point out the right side gasket, sorry, the left side, meaning the driver's side, is a little bit longer. So this is longer here, shorter here. So that's how you can tell which gasket goes which side. Okay, wow. Dry is good. That's getting replaced. And now we can get to the valve covers. And of course we're going to replace this pipe as well here. Exciting. Exciting. Time to wash hands. And I think that's probably going to be it for today. Getting the supercharger off is a good deed, and I'm going to work on the supercharger. So this is the end of day 4, having gotten the supercharger out completely. I've already, so that's what it looks like. I've already cleaned the supercharger cover, got all the varnish and all the oil out, so this is super clean. If you can see, do a flashlight. I've got all my stuff organized, bolts labeled as to how to put them back on. Hopefully I don't forget anything. And then here's the supercharger. Resting okay, I think. This snout, this thing's got to be disassembled. The reason it's got to be disassembled is to fix this issue. That's a huge amount of backlash there, and that's what's causing the diesel sound. There's supposed to be a bolt back there, but I don't see it. I don't see a bolt. So this snout might, for this case, just be these bolts here. Wonder if I can get that with a wrench. Nope. I think I'm gonna have to pull this side piece out in order to pull out the bolt there for that snout. That doesn't look too bad. Obviously we're gonna clean all this out, the parts cleaner. It's a lot of dirt. There's a new gasket, I believe, that goes around here that are gonna fit in. And that's the supercharger. Crazy how that works. Gotta clean all this oil out. Yeah, but oh, then the oil goes in here, so we're gonna be taking this out. I think that was a connector I just removed at the end there. So let's go wrap that up. Why this doesn't have a hose? Very curious. It's blocked off. It's not connected to anything. So, don't know. Very curious. Why is that hose not connected? Oh boy, I just recorded everything without pointing. So, I just pulled out this bracket that we had so much trouble with. That's behind the supercharger, and there's a electrical connector right there which goes to nothing. Don't know what that is, but the connector is this one right here. So I'm going to bag it and mark it. Bracket behind supercharger.